Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the channel. This is the last video from my recent visit to my UK home. Next day there will be in November, so look out for some more stuff then. This is about one of my favourite foods, pork pies. I've lived in the US for nearly 40 years. Consider myself American these days. Which confounds a lot of people back in the UK because I do think and act like an American, not an Englishman anymore. But I really do miss my pork pies. So we made a trip to Melton Mowbray, home of the world's best pork pies, hand-raised crusts. You don't find that everywhere, and my God, they were good. In a later video, we're going to have a go at making some of these here in the desert southwest, and we'll let you know how they turn out. But for now, please enjoy my tastings, and if I can track down some decent, and that's hard here, Melton Mowbray pork pies, because we can't import the cooked pies, I'll let you know where I find them. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos on various topics, and thank you for watching. Well, here's the first of the pies, and the one I'm rooting for to be my favourite, the pork and black pudding pie. These are hand-raised pies, and as you'll notice, in this case the black pudding has been set in the bottom of the pie with pork on top. So let's give it a taste and see what it's like. Well, which end do I start with? It's almost always going to be the black pudding end, so let's give it a taste. Delightful, full porky flavour, crunchy crust, everything you'd want in a Melton Mowbray pie. So here we go with the pork and Stilton pie. Not as clearly defined as the black pudding pie, but it would appear that there's a lighter band here where the Stilton may have been mixed in with the pork. You don't see it so well in the pie itself, but let's take a bite and see what happens. Oh my, that's good. Definite Stilton-y flavour in the bottom of that pork pie slice. Lots of flavour, stimulation to the outsides of the tongue. Absolutely delicious. Now, I feel very sorry for my friends in the US who struggle buying these. I'm going to see if we can't work some recipes for these and try and bake them back in Arizona, so you can try this sort of thing for yourself at home. This is delightful, I have to say. And now, though I hate to say it this way, a regular Melton Mowbray pork pie, please notice the hand-raised crust around the edge. The crust and the quality of the uncured pork is what really makes Melton Mowbray pork pies the king of pork pies. In fact, the king of meat pies, in my opinion, worldwide. Let's take a taste of how this plain old ordinary Melton Mowbray pork pie tastes. It took me longer to get back to this one than I thought. I didn't want you to listen to chewing noises off. Absolutely delicious. Again, I may overuse this a little bit, but I don't know how to explain this to you, other than to talk about it's a taste texture combination, which is something that's so important when we serve food that I don't think enough chefs think about it. The pastry and the meat in this pie offset themselves with such a delightful balance. Unless you eat it, it's kind of hard to understand. But this is absolutely delicious. Pure pork at its best. hand-raised pastry at its best. What more could you want to eat with a great glass of beer or a glass of strong wine? I can't, if you go to England, you really do need to go to Melton Mowbray or maybe stop at Waitrose and spend a couple pounds more on what is probably one of the best foodstuffs in the world. These absolutely delight me, and I hope they will you too. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the channel. It really does help us.